If you chose to leave your job, say you've retired, you took a buyout, you walked away to pursue another dream, and you're wondering why you feel sad despite it being your choice, today's post is going to help you understand what's really going on and what to do about it. I'm Laverne McKinnon, and welcome to the Moonshot Mentor community. I'm a career strategist and a grief recovery specialist, and I love helping ambitious professionals grow their careers and navigate the harder parts of the journey, like professional heartbreaks and setbacks that don't always get talked about. Here's the thing. Career grief is real, and when we don't give ourselves permission to mourn, it drains our resilience. Resilience is what keeps you moving forward through life's ups and downs. That's why my work weaves together the spiritual, the strategic, and the tactical so you can build a career that's fulfilling and uniquely yours. One of my clients recently said to me, I know I wanted this, but it doesn't change how bad I feel, and I don't get it. How can I feel this sad about something that I wanted? It doesn't make sense. Grief frequently doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to the person feeling it, and it doesn't make sense to the people witnessing, especially when choice is involved. Now, I've seen this happen with friends who chose to divorce, to move, or even one friend who cut her super long hair really, really short. She was like, I wanted this, so why do I feel like someone died? Grief is a direct result of the depth of attachment to someone, something, somewhere. And not everyone shares the same depth of attachment. So what might feel like a big loss to you doesn't even make a blip on someone else's radar. Grief is also difficult to understand when you're the one who made the choice to leave or make a significant change. Now, this happens all the time in people's professional lives. Leaving a job, whether it's through retirement, a planned exit, or a buyout, it can be really, really exciting and an intentional step towards something new. But even if you made the decision, you may still be grieving. And that grief, it really does deserve a place at the table. Now, what you're feeling has a name, and it's called disenfranchised grief. And it's the kind of grief that's real, but so frequently dismissed because it doesn't fit into a neat cultural box. Grief after someone dies, people get it. Grief after getting fired, there's empathy. But grief after retirement or stepping away on your own terms, that doesn't typically get the validation that it deserves. So when you and the world see your choice as a win, it's easy to question the sadness that might come after that choice. After all, there's relief, it's logical, and the promise of a next chapter. But there may also be a loss that hasn't been witnessed. When you leave a role you've poured yourself into, especially a leadership position or a long tenure, it can fracture your sense of identity, belonging, and purpose. Another client that I had worked with, she retired early after a decade of high-impact work in the nonprofit sector. And she said to me that she thought she'd feel proud. Instead, she almost feels like embarrassed about these feelings of sadness that she's experiencing. We unpacked that feeling together. She didn't regret leaving, but she missed being needed, bringing surprise bagels to her team. This really stupid cast iron radiator in her old office that would crank the temperature up to 88 degrees, she missed that. She also missed the annual brainstorming, a session that she would have with the board of directors at this fancy country club, the summer interns, the adrenaline of setting up a big development goal, the routine of getting into her car, listening to a podcast, and then the joy of finding a decent parking spot. So what we did is we designed a ritual for her to acknowledge what had changed. And she made a list of everything that she missed. And she was really surprised by how long that list was. And then she asked her partner to go with her to visit many of those places so that she could say a proper goodbye. She even took a photo of her and the radiator. Now, here's the thing. She'd had the going away party with all of her colleagues. That felt complete, but she hadn't realized how much more there was to say goodbye to. And that morning, it didn't mean that she made the wrong choice. It meant that she had loved it. So maybe you're the one who said yes to the buyout package, who submitted your resignation, who walked away on your own terms. And maybe you're wondering why it's still hard to get out of bed some mornings. Accept that it's a sign of the depth of your attachment, of the deep investment that you made in a chapter that was truly important to you. Bottom line, grief does not require tragedy. It simply means that something mattered, and you can choose to leave a job and still mourn what you lost. You can feel grateful and devastated in the same breath. You can miss who you were even while becoming someone new. Now, before you go, if what I just shared is resonating for you, if you're carrying an incomplete goodbye that didn't get its moment, you're not alone. I'm co-hosting a really special in-person workshop with grief recovery specialist Katya Lidsky, and it's called From Heartbreak to Wholeness, How to Grieve a Career Setback. And it's on Saturday, June 21st in downtown Los Angeles. This is a full day, super intimate experience. It's just with 12 participants, and it's really designed for anyone who's navigating the grief of a professional ending, whether it was chosen, sudden, long overdue, or somewhere in between. Together, we'll move through breath work, reflection, and a creative ritual that's bespoke to you to help you honor what's been lost and reconnect with what's next. Because even when you made the choice to leave, your grief still deserves space, meaning, and a good goodbye. There are more details and a registration link in the show notes. You can also go to my website, LaverneMcKinnon.com, for more information. Big thank you to Lynn Chen for the social media expertise and all of the editing. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Until next week, keep going after your moonshot.